there was a video I had to do as a reaction to something. It was some blue nose basically said he thinks Jurgen Klopp's a massive egotist, and I was like, I couldn't disagree more with it. For someone who's that huge a character, and he's constantly on telly, and he seems to be able to, he pleases everyone. I've never met someone who is just, look, it's effortless.
Yeah, he's so classy as well. And he's funny, and he's charismatic, and he's just boss. I just love him.
Yeah.
When I met him, I was a bit nervous because, you know, everyone says don't meet your heroes and all that. And he seems so lovely on TV. And in music, I've met a few people like that where I've loved them, and I've walked out and I've hated them. So I was praying that it wouldn't be like that. But to be honest, he didn't even want to talk to me about football. He just wanted to know about music. So who else do you write for? What do you do? When are you singing? What's next? He was boss, and he was asking me a million questions. Yeah, I loved him. He was boss.
It's that thing, isn't it? Because I was exactly the same. Because he's so boss, all you want is for him to not think you're a knobhead. Yeah. And that's all you do. So that was the first time ever I was in this company, was like, don't do anything. Don't say anything that he's going to go, what the fuck are you talking about? That was my only feeling. Once I got through that, I was like, oh, I could have asked him this, I could have done this, I could have done that, but all I had to do was survive the first encounter. But he's a fascinating human being.
Yeah, and he was just as smiley as ever as well. And it was his day off, really, so he didn't have to be. But
could have been a better life. Yeah. No, but you're right in terms of, like, obviously, to be fair, musicians can be, present company, I'm sure, except the exception, can be flaky and very hard, can be hard to track down and stuff, and footballers can be the same in some regard, because particularly when you make it, where's the motivation to be sound? Where's the motivation to be humble? If you've got everything given to you, you know, constantly. I remember doing a Liverpool thing years ago, and the people who look after the players were very much like, oh, I'm not sure if you'll want to do this, or I'm not sure if they'll do that and do that. And they actually tend not to be dead sound. Yeah. But you know, there's plenty of examples of footballers who you meet them and you're like, either I didn't expect you to be a knobhead and you are, or I did expect you to be a knobhead and you actually absolutely were a knobhead. You know what I mean?
No, there's a few of them defo, but I think also about the team, like just seeing the team together, there wasn't anyone who was just like sat down or like everyone was just buzzing. And I think, like I said about this season, even what's different, like I interviewed Andy Robbo the other day and I spent a day with him around Liverpool, and it was just sick. And off camera, I was like, Andy, do you reckon though this season? And he was like, listen, Chel, obviously we're all trying our best, but he was like, there is a different vibe, like we don't panic now. And I think, I hate to say it, but I grew up obviously watching Man United. Even if they were like 2-0 down by the 85th minute, you know they were going to score 3 goals. Yeah. And when I watched us against Aston Villa, I think it was that week I interviewed him, actually the week before that, when he scored the winner, or when he scored in that game and Mane scored the winner. But he was like, yeah, we just don't panic. Like, we always feel like we're going to get another chance. And it was just, like, music to my ears to just hear that. Like, I don't know, I'm feeling very confident, though. I don't want to talk too much, obviously.
No, but it's right,
we're hearing it from him as well, you know what I mean? And not saying, like, if we don't win it, it's his fault.
No, but I saw Jürgen at an event the other week, and I was like, it's going all right, isn't it? And he just laughed. He was like, yeah. Like, fucking mad, isn't it? How's it going? I've no idea how it's going this good, but it is. But it's that, I think there's that, isn't it, where, and I think it translates to the fans as well. You know, you'll see it from when you're at games and what have you. I think it's a bit pinch yourself at times, but not in the way that like last season was, or even the season before or whatever, when, you know, you feel like Liverpool are flying by the seat of the pants and you just pray and it doesn't all fall apart. Like 13-14 was like that, wasn't it? It was foot to the floor, close your eyes and just battle, you know, and hope that you somehow reach the finish line. This genuinely feels like, I don't know if it feels the same to you, it feels like everything's under control. Yeah. Even when things shouldn't feel like they're under control. No,
100%. Like, annoyingly, like I went to the Champions League game the other day against Napoli, and that was just a bit like meh. Yeah. But I'm not really bothered about that. Like, to be honest, I'm just like whatever. But it is, we are grinding out. Like a few, like obviously I said I live in London, I get this and this from Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal fans, and they're like, oh no, you shouldn't be grinding results out this early on. I'm like, mate, it doesn't matter, where are we? Like, we're grinding. Do you know what I mean? See you later, can't see you down there.
Yeah. Do you know I'm sorry, what was that you were saying about how Liverpool are racking up all of those wins?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, I'm not bothered, mate. If we win the league, playing like this the whole way, is anyone really gonna? We're still playing good football. Like, look at us in the derby there, amazing. But yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind doing this the way we're playing.
No, it's right. I think about the times, and I the only problem that this side has, and it's not even this side, it's a problem that exists in all of our heads, and it's this because we've had our hearts broken so many times. Like I said in Kiev, at the post-match video I did, and I said, Liverpool needs to stop coming up with, you know, new ways to break our hearts, because that's what they've just spent 10 years doing or whatever, yeah. But it's that thing, I think there's just that, we've all got it to different degrees, the little voice in our head that goes...
It's like anything, isn't it? What you said, breaking your hearts, whether it's as the songwriter in me now, but even if you're in love, you know, if you had your heart broken before, you meet a boss new person who's amazing, but that's still always going to be like a little thing. It is that way.
It's definitely that. It's 100% that. It's getting together with someone who was cheated on, and they can't give it. Brendan Rodgers was that for me. Brendan Rodgers and the Gerrard slip was like basically having your last partner cheat on you, and then trying to love again.
And then Jurgen's come and he's going, listen, I'm not like him. I'm going to make it all better. And you're like, I can't trust right now. I know, actions speak louder than words, Jurgen. Yeah. It's that, but he's doing a good job. And I think, I don't want to say too much because I talk way too much about it all the time. But I'm confident.
Chelcee, thanks very much for taking the time to come in.
Thanks,
and obviously people can get the
new single. Trying to Not Fall in Love. It's out now on Spotify and all that.
Fantastic. Well, make sure you get involved with all that. And Chelsea, thanks very much for coming in. Thank you very much for watching, for listening, and for subscribing. Ta-ra.